she just stood up and gave me this odd look like. And then she shook my hand and she said, "Oh, your baby is so cute." Not even knowing that's her niece, you know. And I was like, man. And then when she said, "Is anything you want me to sign?" And I was like, my ex-wife just butted in like, "Get this to your dad." She's like, "No, that's right." She looked at me like, "That's right." You know what I'm saying? I mean, I respect her hustle because she was a go-getter. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, she was a go-getter. You feel me? And I respect that much. But,
you even kind of sound like, well, Ray J sound like you since you are the older brother. We're gonna put that. We're gonna give. He look like you. He sound like you. We're gonna put that out there.
It's just, to me, he's like the watered down. You know, no disrespect to him. You know, but I ended up putting down a song called Ray J Went Out. It was to that sexy canna. I was just really dissing him on the track. I feel bad sometimes that I did it, but I was just basically going off of my emotions, how I felt, you know, at the time, because I just talked to him about 3 months ago. And he was like, "Call me." I introduced him to our older sister. They talked. He said he'll be in Chicago to see her. And told me to call him the next day. So I gave him 2 days. I said, "I'll call you about 2 days." You know, once again, I said I ain't never the type of person to sweat. So when I called him, he kept saying that his voicemail was full. And I understood that, you know. And then I wrote it out for a while. Called my sister back and said, "Did you call you? You know, did you call
your sister Monica?
My sister Monica Carson." And that week when he was up there, was supposed to be up there, got in touch with her. I said, "Did he call you?" She said, "No. His phone keep going to his voicemail was full." So then it asked me to. I kept calling and it went to saying, "Text me at this number." So I text him. Then, you know, just saying, "How you doing? Keep your head up, bro. You know, I'm here for you if you need me. You know, this, that, and the other." And he never texted me back. So he's like, "What's that?" You know what I'm saying? How many times you gonna keep spinning? I'm dizzy now.
Right.
You know, I'm dizzy.
Right.
So, you know, it was just something really emotional. I went to sleep. I went to sleep and I went to sleep and it just came back. I just like called my manager.
Are you singing on that?
Yeah.
Oh, you singing
You
too?
singing that rapper or you
Don't hit a sing for us. But
No.
oh, you don't want to. Okay, we good. I don't know now.
my skill,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Oh, okay.
Like rhyming.
I mean, hey, you know. Well, you know, I was talking to you earlier. You told me you could sing now.
A little something, something.
Okay, well, let's put it on the table. He can't sing. Coming up with this story, what do you want to get out of it? What goals are you trying? I mean, because every goal has an obstacle. Right now, what is your obstacle to this goal?
I really my goal is to be the best in the rap game, you know, bring something different to the rap game. And I'm not going to actually say the best, but show ones that how I personify it. I actually personify it. Writing is nothing to me. You know, it's like I take my time and I put out real stuff. And it's like, it's definitely to be able to raise my children in a better environment, be able to provide for them, you know, and let justice catch up with them.
What's your obstacle?
How would you feel a justification as far as your father is concerned? Because I know, you know.
I feel like, you know, exposure.
So, what do you think that's going to accomplish? What do you think that's going to accomplish? Like,
So is that your goal to
acknowledge you?
Yeah.
So
I
what's
really
your
do
obstacle?
believe it, not basically acknowledging it, but to clarify. It's like, I want to know why.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to know why.
So you want closure on everything.
And that's totally understandable. And that's what anything. Even a bad relationship, you broke off a person that's left you, you want closure to it to know why. Was it something wrong with me? I mean,
but you know, I kind of know the closure, but you gotta be a man. You know, you have to be a man.
Right.
No matter if you're a female, you know, because you got one females that are real dominant. You know, and you know, really controls a man. You know, and that to me, that's weak. You have to.
So do you, if your father was here, what would you say? Look in the camera and tell the people. Tell your father, what would you say to him right now? What would you say to him?
I would say, let me know what's happening. You know, let's clarify this. You know, compensate my mother. You know what I'm saying? Compensate my mother. Let them be who they want to be. Let them, because I know deep down that they love, basically my brother. But there's things that was told to him by, I feel, by the mother. Because it was times that I think, like I was saying earlier, that when we came to the room, that he wasn't there. And he came down, and I figured that my father was telling him, hey, this is your brother. I didn't tell your mother about this probably. You know, I didn't tell her.
So when you say compensate, how do you want him to compensate?
I want him to back pay me. I want him to back pay me. You know,
honest, respectable answer.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, keep it real.
Real is real.
It is. Say what I mean, put it on the table.
The truth is off. It don't change. So,
Right.
I just feel like, you know, I need to be compensated. I get my cell phone, I get my music out there like I need to. You know what I mean? I take care of my children, put them in good schools. You know, but it's really about the music.
Now tell young men today that are out there that don't claim their kids, tell them, give them a little insight
How it actually can affect a young man.
They just don't know. You know, because children start asking around like 9 and 8. You know, they're saying mama and daddy, they saying that. But they start to really be curious, like, man.
So what advice would you give to them?
I would say, be there for your child, man. Because I mean, it's not only maturing them and keeping them safe, it's keeping you safe and maturing you. Because when I had children, because I was really off in the streets young, I was really off. I was selling dope at 14 years old, selling dope young. You know, it didn't have to, but I was raised out on the street by hustlers, dope dealers.
That's what family secrets do.
And that's since I didn't have no father for me, you know what I mean? I turned to them. And all my partners was OGs, they was older dudes, you know. I was out on the block just like
So your stepfather, he left, I'm assuming, he dropped off so much, didn't he?
You know,
He wasn't a great father figure.
Yeah, I left home at 17 and I never went back, you know what I mean? So, you know, my mother is still together, but, you know, they're going through their differences right now. And I just, you know, it has an effect on your life because having a child changes you. You know, it changed me a lot, it slowed me down. And some of us need to be slowed down, you know what I'm saying?
So,
The strangest things to me, it could be as far as falling over, bumping your leg, anything. I mean, slow down.
so
Car, you try to bump the horn at this car
Right.
because
It was
it's
meant
going
for you
too
to be-
fast.
right.
I mean, because it's going too slow, but actually,
And say that
it
person wasn't right there.
yeah.
Exactly what could
Well,
have
that's
happened.
true.
Right.
So can you tell the people more about your book and tell Brandy and Ray J and Monica and you have another sister.
Mhm.
Let them know how you feeling right now. Send your love out to your other sister.
I definitely give big ups to my sister Monica. I love you. You know I'm putting it down for you as well. I'm working hard to make it better for you. I really don't have too much to say to Brandy and Ray J. You know, I thought I shouldn't have to have nothing to say to them. You know what I'm saying? They should come holler at me. You know,
You do realize that's not something, I mean, I'm pretty sure being that you have come across them and you have come into interaction with Ray J, and I mean, as you stated, you have come into had an instance where you ran into Ray J and your biological father at the same time, and you had a brief conversation with them or whatnot, and it was more so to not tell the mother or whatnot. And I mean, you kind of got to look at it like it's not necessarily their fault, because if they were spearheaded and led and they following all the rules and regulations of their mother, of the mother, of course, which is her manager, you know, and that's the captain right there,
yeah,
you know.
real talk.
You know, and it's
I
like
can't really
their
be mad at them.
loyalty is to their parents who actually, you know, spearheaded their whole lives back through management and all
I'm
that.
28 years old.
Right.
I know they can make up their own mind. You are definitely
You know what I'm
right.
saying? How long you gonna be a child? You
Right.
know, I mean.
But can you understand? I mean, I'm just looking at. Can you understand how confusing that would be? You've been
No.
to you as in your head.
No.
That-
You don't even gotta say no more because let me tell you something. I feel like this. Once I'm mature and I'm old enough to make my own decisions, can't nobody hold me back. It's in their mind, it's fear.